Hey guys, this is Sola here. We're gonna go ahead and jump into a competitive Legacy League here. In a second, I'm gonna go ahead and try out cutting a Flame Rift and bringing another Pyrostatic Pillar into the deck. I might need to pick up a third one. I don't know if I have. Did I spell it wrong? What's going on? Oh, 1L. There we go. Okay, we got the third one. I think that list looks fine. String Blood is like so meh. There's a lot of times it's just dead, but there's so many matchups where you really want it to be able to win as well. I don't know if I still want to be running 2 in the main or not. I definitely don't want to be running Flame Rift and like another Pyrostatic Pillar at the same time. So maybe I would want to bring in like another Firecraft. I don't know. It'll be okay. Let's go ahead and like pull up TG Goldfish real quick. See what our metagame is kind of looking like right now. Storm has gotten a lot more popular. That's not great news. Elves has gotten a little bit more popular, so that might be a reason to have Searing Blood still. Golgari Depths. I'm not sure I'm excited about that. We might just get rolled in this league. But I think we'll be able to be okay as long as we dodge some of our bad matchups. Let's go ahead and roll like this. Let me make sure that 19 lands, yep. Sure. Oh, I think I just used event tickets. Oh well. It's fine. Ideally, I should be using play points, of course, but it's not a big deal. Where's mine at? Yeah! Yeah! Alright. So I ended up playing in a window duel today at my local game store, and we were playing for a tropical island, and there was 18 people. I brought Modern Burn. The format was Modern, of course, and went 1-2, and then ended up dropping against humans. Ended up flooding out pretty hard in the second game, and lost to a KCI combo. Ended up beating Titan Shift. Of course, we'll play first. Hand looks great. Go ahead and keep this. Hopefully Price of Progress is a good card against them. Otherwise, this could be a little bit worse, but I don't think we can turn this down. I mean, Price of Progress could just easily read, deal like 6 to 8 damage to them. Throw the Swift Spear. They mulligan to 6, and they put a card on the bottom. If this is Storm, Eidolon will be great against them as well, so I think in general this hand is pretty solid against most of the format. We have Chain Lightning for interaction, and this could just be Death's Shadow, could be Storm, hard to tell with Polluted Delta. Could be Miracles, probably Storm. 2 cards on the bottom. Okay, this has got to be Storm at this point, I would think. Double Eidolon looks sweet. Just gonna jam the Eidolon. I think about half of the matches I've played in Legacy League so far have been against Storm, which is crazy. I don't think it was that popular a deck, but maybe it's like super popular online because in person or like in paper it's a lot more expensive. Okay, puts him to 15. We can hit him down to... We can hit him down to, let's see, 1, 2, 3. He'll have to fetch me at 14. We could hit him down to just 11 without having to cast anything. But I think it makes the most sense just to lock him out with this other Eidolon. So the goal is to get them down to a point to where Eidolon just kills them, basically, which there's not really a way that we can lock them out from what we've got in hand without playing this other Eidolon. So I think the Eidolon is just our best bet for this next turn as well. Definitely glad that we have these extra Pyrostatic Pillars, that's for sure. Having that extra one should really help us out in this matchup. I think that they're kind of shying... Are they shying away from Cabal Therapy? That would kind of surprise me if they just went totally away from it. Okay, so they've got Duress and Thoughtseize rather than Cabal Therapy. Well, that's great news for us. That's really good for us. So if he Thoughtseizes us here, he goes down to 10. Oh, wow. I'm going for it. That's pretty incredible. So that's 3. He has to get up a little bit higher than that. Okay, that's 4. So now he is basically just dead next turn. Because we'll be able to Chain Lightning him. And then Eidolon will just basically lock him out. Okay, let's drop down 5. Is he in response going to crack Lion's Eye here? Doesn't look like it. Nope, he is going to. He might just be doing this to gain a bunch of life, but then we'll just play the other Eidolon, and then anything he plays gets rid of that life so quickly. That's what it's looking like. There we go. So now any spells he casts cost him 4 life, basically. And I just don't think he's going to be able to get enough going here. Do we want to cast Chain Lightning this turn? If we cast Chain Lightning, that puts him down to 12, and then we hit him for 6. I think it's a little bit risky right now. I don't see any reason to cast it, personally. I think these Eidolons will do more than enough to lock him out of the game, because we're just hitting him for 5 every turn. Okay, so now he's at 9, basically. 1 card in hand. I don't think there's any reason to cast Chain Lightning yet, again, because if for whatever reason he runs another Tendrils, he could just kill us with that. By like drawing a land and already having a Tendrils. I guess no, that's not really good logic because he has a fetch land and the Chain Lightning would have prevented him from fetching. Okay. So maybe we were supposed to Chain Lightning. I don't know if it matters either way. We'll bring in the Pyrostatic Pillars. I've been bringing in Volcanics for empty, and I've been bringing in Ley Lines as well. I don't know if it's correct, but so far it's been working out okay. So we cut the Searing Bloods, cut the Firecraft because it's pretty slow, and I think we cut the, we've been cutting the Rift Bolts as well because they're kind of slow. Yeah, I'll just cut all those. Don't know if Ley Line is the right way to go about it, but we'll try it. We're basically looking for some sort of pillar effect in our opening hand here. We do not get that. This hand is pretty fast. We can do 11 damage very easily with this hand, probably 13 to 15. It's usually not enough though. I think we have to mulligan. And we'll go ahead and keep this one. I think we will probably bottom the bolts because there's a better chance we're going to need just like more Eidolons and stuff. They just like Thoughtseize us right here. Dras takes the Chain Lightning. Okay. And if he does have empty, I'd rather have a way to deal with empty, so I think the bottoming the bolt there is fine. I'd rather just look for things that he can't beat rather than things that do 3 damage to him and then he just kills us the next turn. We might just be dead. There's also a good chance he's just casting Lion's Eye Diamond because he doesn't want to take the damage off of it from this known Eidolon. That makes sense as well. Him taking his time, though, makes me think he's super close to storming off. But keeping a... if he doesn't have like another land here, I would think he's very close to storming off, because not keeping any blue mana is pretty strange from Burn. So, assuming he does have everything he needs in hand, which is basically just a bunch of mana at this point, he could have 4 ways to make mana plus the Lion's Eye Diamond on the field and Infernal Tutor. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Assuming he has about 10 mana in hand, he can just cast Infernal Tutor a bunch of times, find the other Infernal Tutors, and then kill me with Tendrils of Agony. So we'd have to have a bunch of Dark Rituals or like Cabal Rituals to do so. So this is the deck we're playing against right now. In general, they only run 1 Tendrils, 1 Adnaz, and then Dark Petition. Dark Petition can kind of act like Infernal Tutor in a way, just because it costs 2 mana most of the time that you're casting it, in the sense of like you're getting 3 mana back. The idea of bringing in the Ley Lines is to cut off their Past in Flames route and force them to go off with Ad Nauseam. A lot of the times they'll have to use Infernal Tutor to go find Ad Nauseam at that point, which can kind of stink because then they'll have to flip another Infernal Tutor off of their Ad Nauseam before they can stop going with Ad Nauseam. Otherwise, they'll have 2 extra cards in their deck that they can use alongside like a Lion's Eye Diamond to get a lot of value out of their cards. So that's the idea of bringing in Ley Line against them. It's not great, but I don't think that Riftbolt is that good either. And it might buy us enough time to top deck to either top deck enough damage to kill them, or put them in a hard spot to where Idosium can maybe kill them. Or we buy enough time to like draw an Eidolon off the top of our deck. So our opponent probably disconnected is my guess. And unfortunately, since I'm streaming right now, I definitely can't just stop the stream. I also don't know if I can even pause it all on Streamlabs. So if you guys are watching this on YouTube, you know, I don't know if I'm going to really give you much more meaningful information than what I already have, so feel free to just skip ahead so when this guy does something. Alright, it's looking like he's probably going for it. We've got Dark Ritual, Infernal Tutor. Interesting. I wonder if he's just going to try to do... Oh, is he going to go for Past in Flames? That's what it's looking like. He's got Tindrill's Agony in his graveyard now. Okay. Interesting. So he can go with Duress again just for the heck of it to do another 2 damage to me. But he's probably going to go grab Past in Flames here. He casts Past in Flames, but he just... Oh, Empty the Warrens. Okay, sure. Sure. We'll play the draw-go game here for a little while. If he doesn't want to cast anything, I think I'm okay with that. I'm surprised. No, I guess I'm not that surprised that he's not attacking with his creatures. In general, I think our draws will be better than his. Okay, that's a good one. Sounds like my wife might be getting home right now. If we can just rip a Volcanic Fallout off the top of the deck, be pretty good to go. I think we're okay just sitting here for a little while. And then I can attack with Eidolon eventually, if I want to. So we can Fire Blast him for free now. Or I mean, for the full price now. You know what? I was actually talking with one of you guys about this. I think it might have been Lyle. Hey. I think we're supposed to take out Price of Progress in this matchup is what we were talking about, and leave maybe some amount of Riftbolts in. Okay, theoretically this is supposed to favor us because normally we don't just draw running lands, but not right now. He's going to have to discard here. There's a Goblin Guide. I think I will go ahead and cast that, even though I'm going to take some damage for it, because eventually we're going to force him to get rid of some goblins, basically, and then lock him out of the game that way. I think we just want to keep sitting here and just keep waiting. The reason why is that he can't really do very much with Eidolon and Power Stack Pillar in play, and eventually we'll get to a point where we can just kill him with Burn from hand once we get our Eidolon off of the field. So I don't want to attack. Okay, that's a good one. So total damage in hand, including the Price of Progress, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, Price of Progress now does another damage to him. And it might actually force him to, like, wasteland himself as well, kind of. Oh, goodness. I don't think we want to play that Fire Sack Builder. I think I'm looking for, like, maybe one more burn spell, and I'll be ready to go. This is a kind of a funny game, though. I think I'm just going to start holding these lands in my hand at this point. Another Fire Blast would be sweet. There's the Leyline of the Void. Goodness, we've just drawn so dead for the longest time. So if we go ahead and attack here, we get the Eidolon off the table, we trade with 6 of his goblins, basically, and we get to keep our Swift Spear, theoretically, if he blocks poorly. I think that we're fine just passing, honestly. I will play a land the following turn, just because I don't want to show him Leyline of the Void, and that's the card I would discard, basically. Okay, so now he's drawn the island. Okay, so now we've got 9 in hand, 9 plus the 4 plus the 2. That would be 15. I think we can still just continue to wait. Okay, cool. Now Price is going to do a lot more damage. I think we can do this now. Okay. Well, it's time to get in there. Volcanic Island on top. Okay, sure. Sure. I wasn't expecting a double block on Goblin Guide, but I'm expecting one on Eidolon. And I'm expecting it at least a single block on the Swift Spear. Oh, wow. Okay. Yep, fetch. I don't think that he has any more lands to... Oh, he does have more basic islands. Interesting. Okay. This price is basically going to do at least 4 damage to him regardless. Okay. Okay, so this is going to do another 4, then he's going to take another 5, and then we'll just kill him. Just low spike you. Okay, now he can't cast anything because otherwise he just dies, so... we get there. Got him. Cool. Alright. That was a crazy match. Crazy, crazy. Let me know if you would have tried to go off earlier than that, or if you would have waited as long as I did. Let me know if you would have waited even longer. Oh, dang. The guy we just played against has played 4-colored mid-range in the past and has done pretty well with it. I was gonna say, I feel like I've seen that name before somewhere, but maybe not. Alright, won the die roll again. Double Fire Blast hand, kind of weird. Otherwise, we've got 13 damage in hand right now. I think we'll go ahead and keep it. I mean, this is, like, if this was a mulligan to 6 and I didn't have this other Fire Blast, I would keep it, so. I'd rather just keep this and have, like, 2 sources of mana and just go ahead and throw a Chain Lightning at your face, show you what we're about. Alright. Chain Lightning you. So if we draw another land, this other Fire Blast is perfectly fine. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah. Hymn to Turok. Just go ahead and bullet you, I guess. This might just be Pox, I guess. Oh, that's awful. I think Hymn to Turok is like one of the best main board cards against us. So opponent would be at 3 right now, had we not get hit by the Hymn to Turoks. Oh, Cursed Scroll. Okay, interesting. So this is Pox. Let's see if they've got the, it doesn't look like they have a Fatal Push right now. Just kind of let that one go through. I'm not going to bother holding onto the Swift Spear. Like, yes, the Cursed Scroll can kill it eventually, but yeah, like cards like Innocent Blood are just always going to be around. And he might just Hymn to Turok me again or something. So I'll hold on to the Fire Blast for now, because I don't really want to sacrifice 2 mountains if I can help it, and I'd rather just get him to like do something that isn't killing me as well, to get it out of my hand. Yeah, you can Inquisition me, that's fine. See, he used 1 mana to try to take a card from us. Oh, getting so close to not even needing to cast his Fire Blast with the alternative cost. Okay, there's the Mishra's Factory. So now he can start Cursed Scrolling us if he wants to, or he can slam Liliana. If he plays Liliana, I will probably just Fire Blast it. I'm expecting Liliana here. Yep. I guess, you know what? Liliana just doesn't really matter against us, because they just, like, if we just draw lands, okay. You know what? I'm just gonna, I think I'm just gonna hit him. It's like a little bit risky, but I don't think it's actually that big of a deal. I just don't think that Liliana's ult really does that much against us. I don't think Liliana does that much against us. It's fine. Yep, see? I mean, we just cast Rift Bolt. Boom. And now basically any draw in our deck just more or less kills him besides our creatures. Our creatures are dead at this point, but we've got so many live draws here. Other Liliana, that's a little bit more of a threat, but even then it's not that big of a deal. Now our creatures actually do something against him. They can get in for a point of damage or two, rather than him being able to block with Mishra's Factory or something. There's Eidolon. Okay, so he can just kill that if he wants to, or make it irrelevant with Liliana the Last Hope in terms of attacking and just not cast anything. But this will force him to minus on Liliana, I guess. Yeah, I'll sacrifice this dude. Okay, hit me with Factory, I'm assuming. Surprised we haven't been hit by a sinkhole yet. I probably just jinxed myself and we're gonna get hit by sinkhole right here, but that's fine. This has got to be a pretty good matchup for us, right? Because they're just a slow deck that, I mean, we just top deck pretty well usually. And they don't really have a way to gain any sort of life. So now he can start hitting us with Cursed Scroll a lot of the time. And also hit us with Mishra's Factory, so he can start speeding up his clock here. I'm assuming this is a scroll activation. It's not. Don't know why it's not. And he did not attack with Mishra's Factory for some reason, so we'll just Chain Lightning him. Alright. So against Pox, Sulfuric Vortex seems like it's pretty dang good. And Pyrostatic Pillar is probably pretty good. We could bring in Smash in some amount, but no, we don't want to bring in Smash because it's super situational. Like, he has to have the right card at the right time, otherwise he can take it out of our hand before he plays it. I think we might just want to shave on Goblin Guides, probably. Actually, it might be Fire Blast, because they have Sinkhole. Price feels weird, but they do have, like, Factory, Urborg, and Wasteland in their deck. So price is kind of weird. Maybe you want to shave one and, like, add an Exquisite Firecraft, just for the raw damage. I think that's fine. I mean, I'm not excited about leaving a huge amount of creatures in because their deck is just designed to kill creatures, but there's not really a lot we can take out that feels good to keep in. You know, like, if we could leave Fire Blast in, it'd be a little bit of a different story. Yeah, I think I want to keep this hand. I mean, yeah, we've got a lot of recurring damage in this hand. We just need to find a land. There we go. Hopefully that doesn't get nabbed by a... Oop, we don't yield through the turn. Let's make sure this at least gets in for some amount of damage before he hits us with a... What's it called? Innocent Blood. Tabernacle. Okay. If we get Urborged here and we throw our... If we get hemmed here... Oh, short target land. That sucks. Yeah, that's kind of the nuts there, huh? And there's Fire Blast for the Rubbins. Alright. Liliana, that would be so brutal. Yeah, that is basically the perfects out of Pox. We will discard this Fire Blast, I think. Another Spirit. Yeah, man, this is the nuts Pox draw. Which is saying something, I suppose. How do we want to go about this? He can make us sacrifice creatures really well, so I think Pyrostatic Pillar is probably just the play before he can make us discard it. Yes, it has negative synergy with Flame Rift, but we don't have a choice. Golly. Dark Ritual discarded. Do I want to take the 2 damage off of casting Swift Spear? He does not have Threshold yet. I think I do. Just want to go ahead and... Or is it something I'd rather just discard? Is it better to hold on to Eidolon to force him to discard? When were you asking that, Cop? Oh, Curse Scroll's good. Bye-bye, Swift Spear. Yeah. This is basically the nut draw from Pox, but I've already said that a few times. I see what you're saying, but I don't know. I think he wants to discard because of his Curse Scroll they had in play. So I'd rather just force him to go down with Liliana to get rid of it. If we were able to get this Sulfuric Vortex in play, I think we would probably end up having a decent chance at this one. Just because we could just keep top decking Burn, maybe. But I think that we're pretty much locked out of this game because of this Liliana here at this point. Yeah. I think I'd rather just discard the Goblin Guide if he decides to try to keep the Liliana around, which I think he should. Now you have nothing to reveal to Curse Scroll, you dummy. Well, now I can get in with the Goblin Guide. If he decides to plus the Lily here. Okay. Get rid of Sulfuric Fort. How are we going to go around this? So the Goblin Guide can attack Liliana if we want. And that will put him down to 5 loyalty. He does not have any way of killing it because he doesn't have a card to reveal with Cursed Scroll. He cannot kill it with Cabal Pit right now. Either. Flame Rift is just going to be bad for us at this point, I think. I think it's probably correct to discard this Flame Rift. And then attack Goblin Guide into his Liliana. Sure. This is kind of why we didn't want to keep creatures around in the deck, because they're awful top decks against him, and he just has so many ways of killing creatures. Look how crazy this game would have been, though, if we would have not gotten double Sinkhold. Like, if we don't get Sinkhold at all, we probably just win. So our deck drew the right amount of lands for us normally. That's the problem, I think. Instant Blood on top. he just going to play Innocent Blood, or is he going to activate Cursed Scroll? There we go. And then play Innocent Blood at some other point. So he can Cursed Scroll, hit me, then Innocent Blood, the Goblin Guide. Alright, man. Or you can just shoot me and then Innocent Blood. Because he can put his Nether Spear back into play for free. And he might, like, just discard anyways with Liliana. Yeah. I guess we discard this Vortex. That's a lot of damage there. So I definitely want to hold on to this Swift Spear because I want to get this Price of Progress off at some point, and then we might be able to like just top deck another Price of Progress and maybe still kill him if he plays stuff into Pyrostatic Pillar. Maybe that's why he didn't do the Innocent Blood, as he was just worried about the 2 damage from Pyrostatic Pillar. That could be a pretty good point, actually. He almost has Threshold for Cabal Pit. Did you just draw him to Turok? 1, 2, 3. Other Liliana? Oh, Curse Scroll, right. Right. Shoot me. Shoot me. Mishra's Factory's pretty good. See if he ultimates here. It's not. Come on, land. Come on, land. Nope. So let's see. Is there any world where he's able to just die to Price of Progress? He plays 1 card into Pyrostatic Pillar, that puts him at 12. We can Price of Progress him, but we just die to our own Pyrostatic Pillar at that point, basically. So how about this? We Chain Lightning him. He Lily minuses us. We decide to keep our Snow-Covered Mountain, get rid of Pyrostatic Pillar. He attacks us down to 1 because he forgets to activate Cursed Scroll or something like that, and then we draw. We're able to Price of Progress somehow through all of that. If he plays another land, that would put him. There's just not a great way. So he would have to play the card, take the damage from Pyrostatic Pillar. Okay, there's a line that leads us to victory. So let's just go ahead and shoot him with this. That can lead us to victory. Yeah, otherwise he can just... Yeah, okay. Okay. So, once again, the line is he doesn't hiss with Cursed Scroll. Okay, well, he's going to. So he doesn't hiss with Cursed Scroll. He plays into the Pyrostatic Pillar, then minuses to get rid of it. Yeah, we're just dead. Let's at least see what he reveals here. Him to Turok, okay. Price is looking a little bit better, huh? What do you think, Corey? What do we take out against him? I already took out Fire Blast because he has Sinkhole. Do I just take out all of the Fire Blasts? The creatures are really bad against them when they have draws like that, because they just run right into whatever cards they're playing. I decided to bring in Exquisite Firecraft. How good is Eidolon? Yeah, that might be something that we trim, I guess. Pretty easy to kill without him taking any damage. And the Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale just like blew us way out there. I think that's usually one of in their deck. Smash is like an interesting top deck, but it's really bad if we start with it in our hand, you know, because he can just force us to get rid of it and then play out his artifacts. But he does have Cursed Scroll, and he probably took it out, but he did have Crucible of Worlds in game 1, so I don't think we bring in Smash. Searing Blood's okay as a top deck as well, but it's not very good against Nether Shadow, which I think is also another one, or a one-of in their deck usually, because you can't really have more than one, because they only trigger in the graveyard if they're there by themselves. So you would just get stuck with one in your hand, and you'd never be able to like flush your Liliana or anything. So it's usually one of in their deck, and sometimes they'll run like Entomb or something to go get it. I think we can shave an Eidolon. I think you're probably right, but I don't know. Do you want to shave an Eidolon, or do you want to shave a Goblin Guide? Yeah, I agree. Maybe I just need to keep something that just has mostly lands in hand. Do you think... I think that Eidolon might be better than, like, another Fire Blast, though. I think I might just cut Fire Blast and put Eidolon back in. What do you think? Yeah, I think I'm gonna run it like that. Yeah, that sounds fine. Yeah, this matchup is insane. I've played Pox a little bit in online at one point. It was actually more... I didn't use Curse Scroll, I used 8-Rack, basically. But you still used a lot of the crazy good cards that are Legacy legal, like Hymn to Turok and cards like that, basically. Smallpox, that's a brutal one. Mishra's Factory, deal. So he has to have an Urborg in order to Smallpox me, which he probably has, I would guess. I'm just surprised he didn't play Urborg on turn 1. Okay, Lily. Deal. Oh, and Smallpox says he loses a life too. Yes. Yes. Yep, there's Urborg. Okay, Smallpox me. I will go ahead and discard this Lava Spike, I guess. And sacrifice a Goblin Guide. Oh, Hymn to Turok. Okay. Lava Spike you. And now he cannot, he can't Smallpox anymore. Innocent Blood. That one might be good enough. I don't want to show him that I have the bolts, so if he goes for Innocent Blood, I'll just I mean, if he goes for, what's it called? Yeah, I'll choose this one. Should be good enough. Wasteland. Got you, boy. Bolt you. Boom. And that's how that usually goes, I think. Did you see the first match at all, Corey? Oh no! Oh no! No! This is a guy that just won Sneak and Show with like the Legacy Challenge. with Sneak and Show, and I'm pretty sure he always plays Sneak and Show. Yeah, he's been on Sneak and Show for forever. We're just going to lose this one. That's fine. I mean, this hand is pretty quick. So we'll go ahead and keep this. Yeah, this is the man, the myth, the legend. We might just be dead. Might just be dead. This is the impossible matchup. There goes our chance at 5-0ing. We do have a lot of burn in hand, and if he just doesn't have a quick one, which he might not. I mean, I feel like he just has turn 2 show and tell here, but if he doesn't have that, we might actually just be able to get here with Eidolon. Like Eidolon might just do us a good job. So next turn, I'll just attack with the Swiftspear without showing him any extra information. I don't think the Sneak and Show usually runs Lightning Bolt. Chooses not to shuffle. That's probably a bad sign. And then we can just throw out the Eidolon. Here's the question, though. Assuming that he has the combo of show and tell next turn, do I want to put an Eidolon into play? Or do I want to put a land into play? Because I just drew this Swiftspear here. And if I play this Swiftspear, and I guess I could still put the Swiftspear into play regardless. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I don't know what I'm thinking. I was thinking specifically of enchantment rather than like the fact I can show a creature. My point being is am I supposed to get another prowess trigger off of this Swiftspear right now and hit him with a lightning bolt into Swiftspear? Because then I can show into play. I can show an Eidolon into play. If he shows Gristlebrand into play, that's kind of an issue. So he's effectively at 18 right now. We could do down to 14, down to 11, untap, have Eidolon in play, plus the Swiftspears. If he shows Emrakul into play, I think we can win regardless. Because we can just Flame Rift, Lightning Bolt, attack for at least 5. Yeah. Double Swift and Lightning Bolt seems really strong. Yeah, I guess that's... The other side of it is, like, if he doesn't have the combo next turn, it might not matter anyways, whether we're showing the Eidolon. Okay, I'm just going to go with the Swiftspear line. Not sure if it's right or not. Oh, you know why it's probably wrong. He might have Spell Pierce up right now. Didn't even think about that. Bolt you. That's gonna feel... Okay, he does not. And we're probably just getting hit with Show and Tell here. Okay. Look, Eidolon. Oh, look, Omniscience. Oh, look, Emrakul. Oh, look, I'm bad at this game. Oh, boy! Oh, Gristlebrand, huh? Oh, sneak attack, huh? It's unfortunate. G-Brand, pretty good. Pretty good, G-Brand. So... I don't know if I want to show him the Flame Rift here. I think I do want to Flame Rift him because if he casts anything, I can just bolt him in response. Rift post-combat. I don't know if I'm attacking here into Griselbrand, my man. Dude, he has a Griselbrand in play. Are we looking at the same thing? Lifelink. Oh. I see what you're saying. I still might be able to pull that off, though. Yeah, I can still pull that off, because he just blocks the guy, and whoever he blocks, I just bolt, and that triggers prowess on the other one. Oh, no, it doesn't work that way because of friggin' prowess. No! Oh my gosh. Please, please, please just block there. Please. Yeah, boy. Wow. It's unfortunate. Had to have the Spell Pierce there, I guess. So I guess it doesn't matter if he has a Spell Pierce. But yeah, your line was right. Oh, okay. Oh, Vigilance. Let's bring in the Pillar. Vortex. Price is like okay against them. Guess shave Riftbolt. I don't know. I don't think this hand is quick enough to win. But if he doesn't just have it, we can kill him with Pyrostatic Pillar. And maybe Price of Progress and Fire Blast. This matchup's already like a 15% kind of a thing. Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep it. Why would you bring in late? I don't get this. It doesn't seem like a really good meta call, but this guy's really good with this deck, so I don't know. Side, but Burn has gotten more popular. I don't know. I don't think that he needs Leyline really, you know. Ooh, Eidolon. me close these ones out. Maybe that'll help with the dropped rates. I don't think we can afford to cast the Parasite Pillar. I think we have to have a recurring source of damage here. Brainstorm. A little surprised to see him doing this before casting Brainstorm, but he might just be, yeah, sneak attacking. Sure. Just got Emrakul without having to dig for it at all. Yep, okay. Discarding Lotus Petal because, okay, that makes sense. I can't Fire Blast him. I can... No, I can't really lock him out of the game with the Pillar. I can't just kill him with Price of Progress if he doesn't have Force of Will. That might be what we have to go for. See what he's got on top. Flooded Strand. Easy Suspend Rift Bolt. Don't think so. I guess the question here is Price of Progress or Pyrostatic Pillar. I don't think that it's going to be Pyrostatic Pillar. I'm just going to go for Price of Progress. See if he dies. Should just have Force of Will for this. Pretty easy Force of Will. Yep. Alright. Good game. Yeah, that's the pretty much unwinnable matchup. One's super difficult to play. Super difficult to win, rather. I guess it's pretty popular right now, too, huh? Yeah, according to Goldfish, it's about 6% of the metagame. Yeah, I think this is okay. Gonna keep it. Mold a 5, mold a 4, deal, sign me up. All about that. Puts one card on the bottom. This might just be like a, might be like an Elves, or not an Elves, but a Charbelcher deck. Oh no, man. I don't want to get into another card game, really. Might try it at some point, but no Eldrazi. Mimic. Sure. Eidolon is noticeably less good. I think it's Mimic. Dex. But we'll throw him out there anyways. Next turn, we've got Goblin Guide plus Fire Blast. Hopefully they don't just have turn 2 Thought Not Seer on Mold of 4, but you never know. Alright, I can get behind that. Another Mimic. Alright, baby. Cloud Post. Okay. I think I'm just going to push with everything. If he wants to trade with Eidolon, fine. I would be surprised if he had many more cards that were little in his hand. Eternal Scourge. Is he playing with Serum Powder? I will Fire Blast if he blocks Swift Spear, I think. So he is trying Eternal Scourge. Glimmer Post, wow. Well, we might lose this Moldifor. Unfortunately. There's the Serum Powder. See? I know what I'm talking about. Okay, he's empty-handed at this point. That becomes a 3-3. Yeah, we might just lose this Moldifor. If we draw a Price of Progress, though, that could be pretty good. So, bolt your Eternal Scourge, Fire Blast you. That would be, I mean, we're not going to Fire Blast this turn, but bolt your Eternal Scourge hit you for 4. You can cast it from exile, though. I think we just sit and wait. We just need to win another match to, I don't know, is this, that sucks. Might be killing this, Mimic here. I kind of want to suspend this Rift Bolt to be able to maybe use the Prowess trigger next turn. So go ahead and suspend. So if I take this, I think he probably has a creature in hand that will leave me dead to the Eternal Scourge unless I have a way of... Yeah, like I won't... Yeah, like just the Eternal Scourge can just get through. If I don't block this, and let's say I draw land and he does have a creature, I can double Fire Blast him and Rift Bolt him. That puts him down to 3. I think I'm not going to block here. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, if I'm going to block, I need to double block the Scourge, basically. But he can just recast it from exile and have it as a blocker, so he can just, like, Vigilance it, you know? So, the real question might just be, am I blocking Endless One with a dude? Because even if I draw a Lightning Bolt off the top of my deck, or some 1-mana spell, yeah. Even if I just draw, like, a 1-mana spell, let's say, like, hypothetically, all my blockers, he doesn't have a blocker, and I attack with everything. That could be 5, plus 3 would be 8. and then 8 plus another 5 would be 13. So, like, even if I'm able to cast all of my stuff, I would basically need to have either a land or a burn spell for the top. Yeah, I think I have to take it as well. But I just think he has a creature. So, if I draw a land, I can kill him, as long as he doesn't play another creature, but he probably just has another creature. Might just be another endless one. Yeah. Okay, so there's no way I can kill him this turn, is that right? So if I shoot the Eternal Scourge, I can double chump block both of his dudes, but he's still at 14. I just don't think that's a winning line. I think I have to shoot him and then hope to draw like Price of Progress, basically. So that would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's still, yeah, that would be enough if I draw Price of Progress. Goblin Guide. So play Goblin Guide, and that's just not enough to get him. Yeah, because we swing, and we put him down to 7. Yeah. So if we play the Guide, that lets us chump block everything and live another turn to draw another price, basically. We can also attack with everybody, and that puts him down to 7, but we don't have enough damage with this other Fire Blast, obviously. So I think we'll just run out this Goblin Guide and just try to block, basically. And the idea is, more or less, that we have to draw a Price of Progress to try and kill him, and he has to play out another land at this point. Which, I don't think he'll play a land at this point, because he knows about Price of Progress. Yeah, okay. Well, that happens sometimes, I guess. Against them, Sulfuric Vortex is kind of weird. If they have like a really fast start, it's awful, but it's good at stopping their life gain. I think we want to bring in some amount of Smash, because they are a Chalice deck usually, and I think they usually have Grim Monolith as well. Can cut the Searing Bloods. Oh no, that was actually just like regular old Eldrazi Stompy, probably, because they were playing... they were playing the little dude, the 2/1. Man, is Eldrazi Stompy just fall off the face of the planet? Oh, no, it's right there. Chalice of the Void, and I think that is their only artifact that they'll have. I don't think they'll bring anything in. Oh, Thorn of Amethyst. Okay, we'll bring 4 in. We'll cut the pillar here, and maybe like a Lava Spike. We could probably shave an Eidolon as well if we wanted like Exquisite Firecraft. I think I'll try that. I'm in between that and no, well, he was running in between like Cloud Post and Eldrazi Stompy, so I really have no idea what's going on. I think Sulfuric Vortex might not be worth it. My gut's telling me it's not worth it. Yeah, I'll play first. Sure. That explains why he mulligans so much in his game, though, is he's got the Serum Powder. And Gemstone Caverns, okay. That's scary. Chalice of the Void, and that's not a great side either. But our hand is luckily naturally good against Chalice of the Void as of right now. So next turn we're going to double suspend Rift Bolts, and then we're going to cast Flame Rift afterwards. That way we can attack through a big creature that he plays. There's the Chalice of 1 that we expected to come down. There's the Chain Lightning that we expected to draw. So I think I want to suspend both of these. That way if he plays a big boy next turn, we can still attack through it. Oh, just take the price of progress, but that's fine. Mimic. Oh, that's scary. Mimic. Oh my gosh. Really, boy? Really? I will shoot both of those if he doesn't play anything else. Has he got a Reality Smasher? Wow. So let's say we fire all of these off, and we hit him a whole bunch, or we could shoot his Eldrazi Mimic and hit him with Flame Rift. So if all of these go face, that brings him down to 12. 12 and the 6 down to 6, and then we can just untap and Flame Rift him, maybe. The problem is this Flame Rift might end up killing me if I don't kill these Eldrazi Mimics. That's why I'm worried about. I think I'm going to go ahead and kill Mimic 1. I'll kill Mimic 2. Given that he has one card. I think I'll probably cast Flame Rift here to trigger the Swift Spear, and if he has... I don't think he has Thought-Knot-Seer in hand right now, but maybe he does. The question is, do I cast this Chain Lightning as just a prowess trigger? So that would be 5 damage plus the 4, put him down to 9, and then theoretically Swift Spear plus Price of Progress could kill him. I think I'm just going to throw the Chain Lightning as a Chalice trigger, and I think I'm going to Flame Rift him too. Yeah, because even if he has another Reality Smasher, that's fine. Nope, you're not. I'm assuming he'll attack here. I was thinking about casting the Price then, just to get the Swift Spear damage in, and maybe that was correct. Probably should have, because now if he has a blocker, I'm gonna feel like an idiot. Okay. Yeah, I should have cast the Price the turn before. I'm kind of tilting right now, I think. Maybe I should have. I don't know. I think it's fine either way. But I don't know if... I mean, he knows that I have Prize in my deck, so I don't know if I was supposed to or to hold it or not. Okay, that ended up working okay. He does have the Chalice that we know about. We're not going first anymore. So Eidolon is pretty bad. So is everything else in our deck, though. Let's just run it back. Let's see if this guy mulligans. He did mulligan. Tower of the Magistrate. What the... Okay, so what does he not have? He doesn't have Eldrazi Temple. He mulliganed a Chalice of the Void. I think we have to mulligan ourselves because he's just got Chalice in the deck. Warping Whales, good to know about. Eternal Scourge is gone. He can play that from exile. Eye of Ugin is gone. The Glimmer Posts are gone, which is really nice. I think we'll mulligan as well. Exactly enough, though. He probably has Chalice in hand. I think we have to mulligan. Okay, well, we'll keep this. We have not been able to find any of our 4 Smash to Smithereens, unfortunately. Yeah, there's the Chalice. Alright, we called it. There's the Chalice on one. Spin that. So we need to find a Smash to Smithereens, otherwise we're just going to lose this one, unfortunately. And if we don't find Smash soon, we might just be too slow to win this game, even. Because next turn we're probably going to get hit with an Eldrazi, so it has to be Smash like right now. Okay. Wow. I could see us being pretty bad against this version of the deck, because they can just like mulligan for like a pretty good hand against us. Repeatedly with their Serum Visions or Serum Powders, I mean. So we might just get hit with like a Thought-Knot Seer here, and that would be the worst. Eternal Scourge from exile, sure. Right. Okay, we just lose. Didn't know if I was supposed to cast Exquisite there because I can target stuff with it. So maybe he just doesn't have like a handful of anything, and maybe I just hold on to it to kill his stuff, and that buys me time to find, well, to find Smash. Yep. Alright. That sucks. Good game to our opponent, though. Pretty cool deck that he's running. Just got a little bit unlucky there. I think normally we probably find one of our 4 Smashes. So if you have like 4 cards in a deck, you have about a 40% chance of finding at least one in your opening 7, and then that goes up based on mulligan, obviously, because you're looking at 6 more cards, and then you're looking at 5 more cards. But normally, like, the reason you can run Aether Vial decks is because 40% of the time your deck is going to be doing something pretty powerful if you have an Aether Vial. And I think that it's like... I think that it's actually like 35 or 36% of the time you're going to have exactly 1 Aether Vial, and then like 3% of the time you'll have 2, and then like some like 1% of the time you'll have more than 1 or more than 2, basically. It's like 3 or 4. So it's not like a hard 40, where it's like, oh yeah, 40% of the time my deck is going to be doing great things, but man, we've not been having very many land having good land hands so far this game, but I think we'll still keep this. Yeah, we'll keep. So I think with 19 cards in our deck, we have, or with 19 lands, we have like a 33% chance of drawing. Okay, this is going to be Storm again. Man, we just run into Storm all the time in competitive Legacy Leagues. He's going to take the Pyrostatic Pillar. We have a 33% chance of finding our first land off of our first draw, and then a 50% chance of finding another land off of our second draw. So we've got 50% chance, or a little bit, like what's the in-between of that? I don't know how that math works exactly. When you first had a 30% and then you have 50%, I don't know if that's per action, like per draw, or if it's like, no, you were 50% to find one by then. I think it's probably you were 50% to find one by your second draw. Opponent might have pretty slow internet going right now. I think this is probably a snap take the Pyrostatic Pillar kind of a game. Maybe they're just seeing if they can go off next turn and it just doesn't matter, but I think that you should probably just take Pyrostatic Pillar for a good muscle building skill. Yep. Land, alright. I'm gonna play the guide. Yeah, it can dig them a little bit deeper, but we just need to hit them as hard as we can before they can Ad Nauseam. Yeah, there's the Tendrils. That sucks. They don't even need to use 2 mana to find it now. Okay, probably gonna die on turn 3, would be my guess. But we'll see. If he's smart, or if he doesn't need to do anything else this turn, he'll put a land back on top for Goblin Guide to pick off of the top with his ability. So he just goes up a card. Otherwise, he'll probably Ponder here to try to go off next turn. Okay. Cast the Swift Spear. And we'll Chain Lightning you. Try to hit him as hard as we possibly can. There's a world where we draw like a land next turn and he fetches so we can Prize of Progress him and we can kill him. But actually we can probably, even if we draw like a Fire Blast, it's still pretty good. Otherwise we can hit him for lethal next turn as well because we have the Swift Spear in play. Okay, I'm a little bit surprised he's fetching this right now. Brainstorm. Okay. I gotcha. I still think that's a little bit weird. It's a little cute in my opinion, but he might just kill me next turn. Okay, so we do have him dead next turn, as it currently stands. Hopefully he shuffles. How's the stream looking right now, Corey? Is it still pausing a bunch? Dropping rates? Don't know how to tell that. 1.3% dropped rates. Okay, I don't think that's... or dropped frames, I mean. I don't think that's that bad. Right? So hopefully we can win this one and go 3-2 again. That'd be sweet. Because we've lost a Sneak and Show, which is kind of a guaranteed loss, but I did in way punt that play that you were talking about, Corey. Lost to some pretty bad luck against the last. Choose this to not shuffle. Okay, we're really dead. Lost the last one to a little bit of bad luck. I don't really know if there's much else we could have done. Ended up beating Storm in the first game and ended up beating Pox in the second game. Oh, he might just be Tendrils in here, just for life. That makes sense. Okay, I was gonna say, it doesn't feel like that's what he's doing. I'm guessing he's probably going to pass to the Flames. So you crack the Lion's Eye Diamond here, go get past and Flames kill me. Pretty easy. Oh, he fetched away the Tendrils. Derp. Can still go get past and Flames though. Yep. Alright. We haven't used Searing Blood a single time this league in a good way, so it might be right just to take it out. Do I need to bring in the other ley line? We'll try it. We'll try it with the fourth ley line. We haven't really done that before. The problem is, I'm probably not just going to keep a hand that just says ley line in it. You know? I'm mostly going to be looking for Pyrostatic Pillar and Eidolon. So this league, we've played against a bunch of pretty unfavorable matchups. 3, like, what I would call super difficult matchups. 1 being Sneak and Show, and then 2 being the 2 Storm games. And we actually ended up winning one of the ones against Storm, and we lost one against one that I think is probably okay typically, which would be the Eldrazi one, because Price of Progress can really shine there. But I think the main issue was just that he had the Serum Powder, so he could just kind of look for his hate cards for free, basically, and like guarantee that he starts off with the Chalice in hand, whereas I have to like actively mulligan to look for my Smash to Smithereens. So I think that particular matchup, or particular version of Eldrazi, is probably super good against us. So we were unfortunate that Pyrostatic Pillar was not Eidolon. We only have 1 Pyrostatic Pillar main. Had that been Eidolon, we would have been able to play Eidolon and win that game. So that's good to know. Because his hate card there was Duress. Opponent's taking a while to sideboard against us, I guess. This league has also taken a lot longer than the other leagues we've played. Sure, we'll keep this hand. I don't want to just like snap keep, because then they'll be like, oh, he has Eidolon. I kind of want to think about it for a bit, but not too long, because then he'll think I'm just sitting there. But I want to be like, okay, and then maybe he'll be like, well, he didn't snap keep, so. Duress on top. Okay, hopefully he'll go with Duress against us rather than Thoughtseize, but hard to say. Nice. Got him, coach. Takes the bolt. Infernal Tutor. That's not great. Okay, so he has to spend a turn getting rid of this Eidolon, at least. But a lot of the times that doesn't matter, especially if he's drawing this Infernal Tutor. Like, that's usually what they're cantripping for. So next turn we just play Swiftspear, spike him, and then hit him with everything, and get him down to dead to cantripping range. So that would be 1, 2, 3, put him down to 12, then hit him for 6, puts him down to 6, and then any spell off the top kills him with Swiftspear, and even if we don't draw a spell, we just put him to dead to Eidolon range. What if we draw a lightning bolt off the top of our deck, or a chain lightning? That would be 6, put him down to 9. We would hit him for 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be dead to Eidolon as well. Eidolon trigger. So if we draw a Fire Blast, that would just outright kill him. Now you're seeing the downside of the initial Polluted Delta fetch for the swamp, because now he has to crack before he brainstorms. So maybe he's going to go off this turn, but I doubt it. Okay. Now we see the downside of Leyline of the Void. Because if that was any other spell, even if that was one of the ones we sideboarded out. Oh, not necessarily in that case, actually. Okay, so he's brainstorming right now. And yeah, okay. Just go ahead and try it with 4. See what happens. What happened to our music? Why did that stop? It didn't stop, it's just quiet. Okay. Go back to the beginning. Why is this not playing anymore? Alright, guess we're not having music right now. Yeah, this hand looks fine. You know what I can do though? Media. Can play music this way probably, and that would just tell me if there's something wrong with my computer or not. Huh. Oh, okay. I think I bumped my computer, or bumped my headset at some point, and turned down the volume of my headset so I couldn't hear it anymore. Duress on top, deal. No other land would be great. Doubt that's the case though. Tropical Island makes me think he probably has Chain of Vapor in hand. Could just have Abrupt Decay. Stink. Don't Abrupt Decay me. Fatal Push. Okay. That's maybe a little lit. I guess it's pretty good against Death and Taxes. Okay. You probably want blue. There you go. Probably just dead next turn. This is the downside of Storm, is like, you have Thoughtseize and Fatal Push, and now we might just not win. But he is running low on cards in hand, so if we can just like draw running burn spells off the top, that would be sweet. This is the part where we don't want to draw a Leyline of the Void, right? Which we're potential to run. The reason why we don't like why it would be good is like in this instance now, they can't flash back any of their spells in their graveyard if we had it in play. So right now they can cast stuff, and as long as they can find a lot of mana, they can still flash back a lot of stuff, and their empty hand doesn't really matter because their graveyard will do a lot of the pulling for them. And so really we just want to draw like double burn spells off the top. Would be sweet. Or, you know, Eidolon, Pyrostatic Pillar, stuff like that. Pillar would be great right here. He's going to have a much harder time dealing with Pillar. Chooses not to shuffle. That's not great. And we're just drawing lands, so we might just lose this game. That's okay, though. Another Ponder. So if we drew a Bolt there... what? Infernal for Dark Feeder. Okay. If we draw a Bolt there, he goes to 6. And then we maybe just put him, like, to dead pretty easily, you know? Another source. If he plays a land and we draw our Price of Progress, we can just kill him. So if it's a fetch land, he could go down to 8. Then we can, yeah, even if it's a fetch land, we would still kill him if we draw Price of Progress here. I don't know, guys. I think we're supposed to keep Price of Progress in. We're also not supposed to draw 5 mountains, so probably just don't do that, you know? Okay, just about done. So if he doesn't have the Duress there, we're able to bolt him down to 6. And we can just top deck a burn spell of a couple different varieties to instantly kill him or to put him out of being able to fetch. What am I talking about with just killing? So if we draw a Bolt here, we're able to do 7 damage to him. And then Ad Nauseam just doesn't work. Otherwise, we're putting him to 6 if we don't draw anything good. Once again, a ton of really live draws in our deck, like Eidolon, great draw. Pyrostatic Pillar, great draw. Fire Blast is totally fine. I'm trying to think of if we would Fire Blast him or not. Okay, no other land. That's interesting. Use the Chain Lightning. That's good. I should have held that mountain there. The reason why is you can fake Fire Blast maybe, but a lot of the times it just doesn't matter because we just kill him with Fire Blast here, you know. Okay, so Goblin Guide himself will kill him. Swift Spear can if we draw any spell, but Fatal Push is a card. Has to go off here. Chooses to not shuffle. It's an awful sign for us, and we're probably just dead. So that Duress and us missing on a burn spell ended up losing us the game. Let's see if he's going to cast Ad Nauseam. I don't think he will. I think it's going to be a Pass in Flames, and we're just going to lose. Yep. So cast Dark Infernal Tutor, sack Lion's Eye Diamond to kill me. He can even Duress just for the heck of it, or Ponder. I guess he can't. No, he can Ponder because he's already done the Lion's Eye. Yeah, so I'm just dead. Yep. I guess they're just showing that they can go further for some reason. Not really sure what the point is. Yep. Let's see what the top card was. Draw card. Draw card. Wow. Okay. That's a little bit unlucky. Didn't have a very good league. Matches where we got really unlucky were basically these two right here, more or less. Got like pretty lucky against both of these. Second game we got pretty unlucky there as well. But I mean, that is what it is. You know, it's there was one time against this guy that we misplayed potentially, but it wouldn't have ended up mattering. I think this is just a really hard matchup because he can mulligan for his hate cards very easily. Got unlucky in Game 1 and Game 3 of this. They were able to go off right before we could kill them. And we had the window where if they don't have the Duress, or if we draw another burn spell, we just kill them. Even if they'd cast a second Thoughtseize and not like been able to take Eidolon or something like that, we would be able to kill them. Also, Game 1 had we had Eidolon instead of Pyrostatic Pillar, that kills them probably. So I think that list felt pretty sweet overall against Storm, though. I mean, it's still not a great matchup, but having the main deck Pyrostatic Pillar was like almost able to do it for us in that first game. Searing Blood definitely feels like it needs to come out. It could, you know, it could be correct that we just need to be running the 6th Pyrostatic Pillar main, but I don't know, it doesn't feel great. But this needs to be something else, no matter what. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching. I think I still have enough play points to be able to do 2 more leagues for free, basically. Yeah, I do. So we'll be able to do that pretty shortly here. Maybe sometime next week, maybe sometime next weekend. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys.